The Tooltip Glossary supports any UTF-8 characters, allowing you to build an alphabetic index for non-English terms. In this video, we will create a glossary for a pet adoption site, display how to use non-English terms, and enable support for RTL and Asian languages. To create a new term, go to the Plugin tab and click New Term. The term title, Persian cat, is the whole word or phrase which, when found on the post or page, would display the tooltip with the definition and link to the term page or any other custom links according to the settings that you defined. The term description is the actual content. Aside from the content, this term has a category, cats, and a related article, pet adoption. Using the same process, we can add as many terms as we would like. The glossary index page is automatically created upon the plugin installation in this address. As you add more terms, the glossary index page will be automatically updated to present all of your glossary items. The alphabetic navigation is a box that filters terms based on their first letter. You will find the settings in Admin Dashboard, CM Tooltip, Settings, Glossary Index page. Scroll down to the section called Alphabetic Index. Head to the letters in Alphabetic Index to add a different character to your alphabet. This is useful for languages that contain characters not present in the English alphabet. In this example, I've used the Spanish word for agile. I have added the first letter to the alphabet. Now when we head over to the glossary, we can see that the letter was added to the glossary. If we would like to bundle the non-Latin letters to their base letter, for this example it will be the A letter, then we need to disable considering non-Latin letters separate from the Latin base. After we've made this change, we can see that both letters are bundled under the letter A. If your website is not in English, it's okay. The CM Tooltip Glossary fully supports all UTF-8 languages, translated by adapting labels and making a few tweaks. To do this, head over to the Labels section of the settings. If we would like to change it to Spanish, then we go to the Search label and change the letter Search to Buscar, which means search. After we made this change, we can see that the term itself has changed to Spanish and also the button label. We can access all of the label settings if we wish to change them to a different language. The Tooltip Glossary also supports RighttoLeft languages such as Hebrew. In this example, I will add a term for Husky Siberian dog in Hebrew. If I have the Pro and the eCommerce version of the plugin, I can access the RighttoLeft support by going to CM Tooltip, Settings, General Settings, and checking Enable RTL support. If I do not have this version, it's also possible to enable this function manually, but there are limitations. There are two steps we need to make in order to do that. First of all, for the alphabetical list on the glossary index page, we need to add this custom CSS. For the items on the glossary index page, the tooltip content page and the glossary page, we need to change the whole site to RighttoLeft. If we want to enable support for the Asian language, it can be done in the Pro Plus and the eCommerce version. To set this feature, we need to go to the Admin Dashboard, CM Tooltip, Settings, General Settings, and then scroll down to the Term Highlighting section. By default, the highlighting only space-separated terms is enabled, which means only the space-separated words would be searched. If we want to enable Asian language support, we need to disable this. If we see that the non-English characters aren't appearing correctly, the first step is to make sure that we have the correct database table and column When the table is created in the database, it relies on the environmental settings. So if you have a charset collection set for your database that doesn't allow special characters by default, then the result will be wrong. We need to set the charset to UTF-8 and the collation to UTF-8 general CI. In addition to that, try the following SQL queries. A second issue that might happen is that some of the terms will not be parsed. In that case, make sure that the terms are defined to be not case sensitive. Go to Admin Dashboard, CM Tooltip, Settings, Tooltip, and uncheck this box.